Hi guys, it's me, it's Dirk. A lot of people have been asking, what's your name? I say it every now and then, but this is not about me. This is about the differences that Tom and the changes that Tom is doing in society. And I don't know, he's like the Pied Piper of peace when you get right down to it. He's saying, hey, let's put aside our differences, even bad ones, but let's work on what we can agree with and get rid of the crazy shit on both sides of the So I'm back. I'm going to do Bout It because I mentioned it when I did only my second reaction ever. A couple folks just gave me some wonderful love from Hog Nation on doing that, and I mentioned during that a lot of folks need to go back and check out some of Tom's older stuff that he has out there, especially the song Bout It. Now, so I said my next reaction is going to be to Bout It. I got a lot of feedback from folks that never heard it. It is on one of his albums that you need to go back. It's one of the ones that's available on a lot of the music services. I know for sure that it's available on Napster. But this song is from the album Dream People and the Whiskey Wars. I think it was also on one of his mixtapes. There we go, Dream People. Anyways, Dream People, the Whiskey Wars, this is where this song is from. But the thing that I've been trying to get through, the story about this song, because once I said I was going to do it, I am going to do it, I am going to do the song because it's, again, one of those songs where sonically, I'm going to do a lot of my reactions talking about the sound, so it's very, very important. Number one, you realize I'm going to pause a lot. Number two, you have to have either reference speakers on. Well, there is a video, but it's a whole other story because it's part of something else which I wanted to do a reaction to because I really wanted to do it first, but it's, I had mentioned, I don't know if it was in the last one, to the new one that I did the reaction to, but I did mention in terms of, I was saying something like Tom needs to write a movie. Well, literally, he put together 3 of his songs 6 years ago into like a little mini movie. This wrapped up the 3 songs that were part of this cinematic Gotham City visual for the Hourglass Who Am I and Bout It, as reported in BOIDA net. Whatever that is. But let me just read this real quickly because I'm debating now, do I do each one of these songs individually? And I think I might, and then do all 3 together because it's literally a movie. It's like a 12 or was it would be total of 17 minutes long. Tom MacDonald's latest visual release is an ambitious one to say the least, clocking in at just over 13 minutes. This Batman-themed music video features, and there's some just like a great fight scene in there like you've never seen before in your life, and you can really see his big-time wrestling skills come in on this fight scene. This is the thing, when we do Bout It, we're going to listen to it first, and then later I'm going to then go through all 3 in a row. I'm not going to do it individual, I guess. The second song, Who Am I, is the single from his upcoming mixtape. That song has appeared on, I can't find it on a mixtape. In fact, I really can't find it anywhere. So if you know anything about, besides this 3-song trilogy video with this in it, where it ended up appearing, if anywhere, and Tom and Nova, if you're listening and watching, let me know where. The visual unfolds in an alternate DC universe where Tom is a renegade-style Batman searching for his partner. Oh, the end of that scene from those 3 scenes is just, it's a 3 scene. It's like a Shakespearean play. He's the renegade Batman. And then Robin, who stay tuned until the end to see Tom's Batman clash with an impressively recreated Two-Face. But then, at the end of this, we're going to listen first to the music, and then we're going to watch the entire film together. This is Bout It. I always say I usually don't, but I don't react to this song. Usually by now I'd be 2 minutes into the reaction. Since it's only one of the 3, again, we pause a lot, a whole hell of a lot, just like Scheme tells you and other folks. This is a reaction video. If you're going to watch the video, which you should first, go watch that. But 1, 2, 3, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Tom MacDonald, and this is Bout It. Oh, this is not a video, by the way. You just have to listen, or if you want to watch me make silly faces, fine. But you can just listen to the music in your headphones on a reference speaker and enjoy, and let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. I'm so bad. Oh, wait a minute, wait. I would edit that, but if you guys are here, you know I'm just learning this shit, so fuck it. hogs. You love me anyways. Peace, love. Here we go. Alright, again, we pause a lot. Right off the bat, he's layering in himself. He's putting different effects on different vocal tracks. He's back there. It's like he's at a little tiny Radio Shack. You kids, do you remember right? No, you don't. I'm burning. He's like leaning a little across there, and he's got a gumbo. And then I don't think the 808's dropped yet. Okay, let's check it out. Did I mention, because of my cancer, this is medical, okay? Instead of opiates, really saved my life from addiction was medical marijuana. So, there you go.
Y'all should be afraid now. Y'all should be afraid now. I'ma drop blood. I ain't talking red crate.
We're going to talk blood, and I ain't talking about red crane. And again, Tom does this great job. A lot of his music with hi-hats and cymbals, and it's like... Although I was watching a video by Evan. I don't think Evan was producing with him 6 years ago when Dream People and the Whiskey Boys came out. But, oh, by the way, Evan's got his YouTube channel. In fact, he breaks down how he mastered the new song. So go check it out.
Y'all should be afraid now. Y'all should be afraid now. Put the gun in the air and fire was shot. Like y'all about to race now. I'm about it.
And he's like mixing the bass with that rhythm about it. And there's got to be some effects like remember, well, if you're old like me, you remember Peter Frampton. And that's just sitting there in the background like this. And then he does funny stuff with like organ keyboard sounds all the time, like almost every song.
About it.
Pharrell. Like. And then, like, his layers will jump on top of the other, like, just as, I'm going to roll that back. Listen, he's like, he's got the little megaphone Tom going, and then the other track jumps on top of the other one. Evan was talking about that, too, how he'll go back in just a syllable or two and put, like, a special effect on it, and then jump right back to where it was previously in the effects on that. If that makes sense to you, then that's why you're here. If not, you're going to learn some stuff, kiddos.
I've been about it this year. Ain't no one coming around me this year. Unless you flew out to Los Angeles, got on the guest list, and look till you found me this year. I've been out here this year, in with the liquor and out with
like, he's got a little synthesizer back in there doing some little craps going on and some little. Oh my god. Like with REM, I used to sit with the headphones on trying to figure out what the fuck they were saying. With Tom, it's like I put my headphones on and was like, how did he make that sound, or why is that there?
With the fear, and with the bitches that wouldn't give you the time of day to whisper shit into their ears.
About it.
Like a motherfucker. Boy, I'm so bad it. Boy, I'm so bad it like a motherfucker. Yeah, boy, I'm so bad it like a motherfucker. I'm bout it, don't doubt it, y'all probably should watch yourselves. I don't throw eggs, but I got y'all all dodging shells. Moved on to Melrose, I'm rubbing my elbows with people who own record labels and Taco Bells. I'm bout it, I told you I don't care to know you. I ain't gonna roll through, I hate all the shit. I hated the old you, don't fuck with the records you honor, you produced. Everything different. You ain't bout it like I'm bout it, boy. I still
those synthesizers just
town, boy.
Boy.
Growing your hair out and tatting your face up and copying records made when I was fresh off a breakup and passing them off as your own, boy, you fake as fuck.
Tom is from 6 years ago. He's always in the face of us. I mean, one of the things about Eminem is he had that attitude. It's like, I'm the best of all you. I mean, well, you know what? One of those movies I like to watch over and over again is 8 Mile. Let me share a couple of the other ones, though. Napoleon Dynamite and then the Ricky Bobby movie. Are those 2, 3 completely different things? And then back in the day, you throw in St. Elmo's Fire and Pretty in Pink and maybe some, what would it be, Halloween. It's a Friday the 13th, the original, and Werewolves in London with the Dr. Pepper guy. Oh, wait a minute. I'm doing my own reaction. Again, this is only my 3rd individual reaction. I wanted to play some of this older stuff because I tell you, for the last 2 months I've been listening to a lot of his older shit. Nova Rockefeller and him on the road. If you dig around, there are some great videos. Maybe I should stop the reactor reactions and just go down and try to dig up the stuff that a lot of us, I mean, myself personally, even though I've watched all of these things, I mean, in the last 2 months, I've heard so much and learned so much about some of the past and some of the stuff that's in there and materials out there, so I don't know what to do.
Y'all should be afraid now. Y'all should be afraid now. I'ma drop blood. I ain't talking red crayons. Y'all should be afraid now.
Who's afraid and what? We're afraid because you're going to come at us with a red oh no, it's not a crayon. Okay.
Y'all should be afraid now. Put the gun in the air and fire a shot. Like y'all about to race now. I'm about it like I love it.
And then in the background, I mean, how many times, Tom, are you back there going, I would like to see the mix tracks in whatever program he's using to see how many vocal tracks are in that bus right there. That's, Tom, even back then. I mean, you can hear everything now, like what he does now sonically. You can hear, and again, the more you do something, the more you learn, even, especially with producing and the sounds and stuff, you just have to learn these tools, and the tools keep changing, getting better. Again, this shows that he's not just good with the pen. He's not just good with the presentation. He is good with the writing, the composing, and the sound of his whole thing. What an artist!
I'm about it. Boy, I'm so about it like a motherfucker. I've been about it this year. Pussy so deep that I'm drowning in it.
This is nasty, Tom. Pussy so deep that I am drowning this year. Even 6 years ago, he's painting visuals in your head, and again, they're visuals that make a lot of people just gross out or uncomfortable, but the pussy's so deep this year, I'm drowning. You know, if I was listening by myself, without you here, I would roll it back and listen again. But wait a minute. I don't know if there's anybody here right now. Well, in fact, I know. Well, there is nobody here right now. In the comments, should I roll it back? For those of you that say yes, then I know you're a little off, like Tom and I. We're gonna roll it back because right now nobody's listening to me.
I've been about it this year. Pussy so deep that I'm drowning this year.
No.
I ain't gonna do no more features or fuck with you clown boys. I hope that y'all drown in your teeth.
All right, what's a feature? Again, comments help the old talk radio hosts kind of figure this out. This is interesting too because the last two Tom songs I've done aren't really his political stuff that's made him so famous and really attracted old people like me that believe in America and lock up church. Oh my God, can you guys hear that? All right, that is a 747 flying 500 feet above my little cottage in the woods in northeast Michigan on a lake. That happens over the course of the year on average, every 5 days. There's literally a CIA base in this United States Air Force Strategic Air Command base. And there's a company out there that makes his planes. But a lot of their equipment is from airline companies like Evergreen that work for the CIA. But I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm being proven correct every month of every year for the last 5 years. Now, if you're going, I can't hear what he's saying, you don't want to hear that, because if you hear it, if you're of a certain persuasion, you're going to think that I'm not a stable person. Again, I would say Tom's not a stable person. He'll admit it, and I admit it. I got bipolar too. I'm not sure that's, as Tom said, I know he's got an ADD. I actually went in to get tested because I thought I had ADD, and with my cancer, I was going through a little depression, but then I had manic stages. I need a manic stage, so I would sit here in the garage studio and do about a dozen reactions for a day and a half. Anyways, let's get back to it. Again, I pause a lot, just like Scheme. If you're still here and you're still yelling that I pause too much, let's just disagree to disagree.
I've been about it so long. Los Angeles is my new home. I told y'all that you would regret it the minute I bounced, and now that time has come. Boy, I'm so about it like a motherfucker. Boy, I'm so about it, about it, about it. I still run your city, and I'm still out of town, boy. I've been about it this year. Ain't no one coming around me this year. Unless you flew out to Los Angeles, got on the guest list, and look till you found me this year. I'm about it. I've been about it this year. I'm about it. So deep that I'm drowning this year. I'm about it. No more features or fuck with you clown boys. I hope that y'all drown in your tears. I'm about it. I've been about it so long. I'm about it. Los Angeles is my new home. I'm about it. I told y'all that you would regret it the minute I left, and now that time has come. I'm about it. Y'all should be afraid now. Y'all should be afraid now.
Oh, where'd my glasses go? Alright, wait. Now, if you watch my second reaction ever, this is my reaction, personally, not reacting to a reaction number 3, but if you watch my second one on the new one, I was saying that Tom, and I think, was it Scheme or, wait a minute, has Flawzilla? I wanted to react to Flawzilla reaction, but I mean I checked yesterday and the day before, and I can't. Did he do a reaction? In fact, I like No Life, but I think everybody's seen No Life. But who are some of your, like, the big guys, the ones that have over 20, 40, 50? It's funny, a lot of these guys 4 months ago, I was like hanging out making comments. I wasn't doing this stuff because I thought, no, I'm not good enough for this. Anyways, and you know, they're at, well, I'm 400, I think, away from, you know, being able to tell you my story time story. But they're at, you know, 3, 4, 5 now for 20, 30, 40, 50. Who are some of the ones you've been there from? You've been there from the beginning, when you knew to subscribe and to comment and like and share just to help us out, Hog Nation. Don't know what I was saying. Let's get back and wrap this up because we're almost done with this. And then if I have time, I'll get through. And we're going to do what I've said before is some, again, if you're just tuning in, which would be right now like impossible, this is Bout It from Green People and the Whiskey Wars. It's one of those albums where you can hear little baby Tom, and again, he's fucked up as he's told us all, but there's some gems in this. There's some other things where you're like, seriously, this is all the stuff you're like complaining about. Now, he uses auto-tune a lot. This song, lyrically, it's not quite there, but man, the music is just the, and Tom's not known for his hooks. A lot of people say Tom's got all these great beats and he's dropping them and the flow is going down, and then he goes to the hook and it's like way over here. But now this whole thing is just a I can picture myself when I was younger driving in my Camaro, convertible top down. We're talking about 1979. About it, and then Run DMC and some Aerosmith after that. Anyways, let's finish this up. And if you're still here, like, subscribe, comment, do all the Hog Nation things. And, you know, again, I've got an incredible story right up there with Tommy Tom. Another Scheme. So finish it up. I might even come back. Why don't you just rock out to this? A lot of you have never even heard this. So this is the point where I will shut up and stop reacting, and we're just going to chill together.
Y'all should be afraid now. Y'all should be afraid now. Put the gun in the air and fire was shot. Like y'all about to race now. I'm about it. I'm about it. I'm about it like I've never been about it. I'm about it. I'm about it. Boy, I'm so about it like a motherfucker.
Oh, my over-the-shoulder shot went out. You know, I've got a good drive from where I live at the 4483 latitude, longitude location down to the great folks that treat me at the Ohio St. James Cancer Hospital. So that's a 6-hour drive, and I've got to leave in a couple of hours from now, so I'm not going to go back and edit out all of the dragging around my ass and getting all this mistakes. So if you made it, again, do the like stuff. Peace out. My goodness gracious. Tom, you guys specifically have really, well, number one, because of Tom, in a weird situation where I tried to buy 4 packs of cigarettes in a single day, and every time I forgot the packs at the store and was too far away to go back and get them. right after I heard Tom say that quitting cigarettes was the first thing that went on to changing his life, and ever since that day, I've never, ever had another smoke, and I've never really sat there and wanted one, and whenever I have, it's just in my brain going, it's just like, oh, I can't have that, I want that, but I can't have it. It's been like, glad I don't do that anymore. Peace, goodbye. I hope this recorded correctly.